Wow, well, you look at the time. Is that a good pour? Anyway, today I want to come clean about my latest YouTube income. I last left you off on sort of what July looked like, and now I want to talk about August because it's really upsetting me. When I was 16 years old, I would buy Apple stock with the money that I made working at Jamba Juice. I made about $7,000 per year. Then I got a 10-cent raise and I got a little frustrated. So I moved on over to Red Robin. And instead of making $7,000 a year, I made somewhere around $9,500 a year. Hey, that was great. That was almost 30% more. Well, then I got into real estate sales. And my first year in real estate sales, I made $35,000. But I didn't get a single commission check for the first 8 months. That was a little painful, but $35,000 in a year compared to $9,800 in a year before that was really nice. Second year, $65,000. Third year, my professor at UCLA asks me, Kevin, do you make more than an associate professor? Because he knew I was a real estate agent. And I didn't answer the question, but that year I ended up making $145,000 while going to UCLA full time. Let me just be clear, I was really used to drinking Monsters. That taste either brings me back to doing calculus homework or to playing World of Warcraft. Anyway, realizing pretty young that the harder I worked, the more I got paid, the more excited I got to just keep working harder. The problem with that is you start losing balance and all you end up doing is working. But sales was so rewarding because there was no ceiling, there was no limit to how much money could be made in sales. And so then I thought I would carry that over to construction. So I opened a construction division and hired a bunch of people to basically be on staff, handyman or foreman or contracting workers, whatever. And that's when I realized that hard work did not necessarily equal more pay. See, I should have known that because I worked really hard at Jamba Juice and Red Robin, but then I got into sales and I kind of forgot about Jamba Juice and Red Robin. I realized, I could work really hard at Jamba Juice and Red Robin, but there was only so much money I was going to make. There was a limit. In sales, there was no limit. Well, then I got into construction thinking, oh yeah, this'll make me more money. Yeah, no. Construction, Harvard did a study and found out there's a reason why most construction companies are just local. There's a reason why it's so hard for there to be a national construction company. Outside the insurance industry, it don't happen because construction is such an incredibly expensive service-based business. The owner of the construction company can only provide that service to so many people. And that's when I started realizing, wow, the more people I can help and the bigger problems I can solve, the more money is made. In my opinion, as a real estate agent, I was able to help a lot of people in a relatively high margin business, probably somewhere around 50 to 60 clients per year by myself. And it was after I did construction that I realized, making money is a combination of things. It's not only a matter of how many people you can help, but it's also a matter of how much margin is there in the industry that you're working in and what kind of problems can you solve. So break that down for a second. At Jamba Juice, I could help a lot of people, but I was making them smoothies, which is a very low margin business. Jamba Juice doesn't make that much money on each smoothie. In construction, I was helping people solve problems, but the margin wasn't there because people weren't making money off this construction. They were spending money on something they really wanted to spend as little money as possible on. Real estate, on the other hand, was really cool because you could help a lot of people, but you could also make a lot of money. The willingness to pay is very large in real estate because people generally make money investing in real estate, especially if they surround themselves with agents and brokers that know how to invest in real estate like myself, which is why I teach that in the investing course. Anyway, then YouTube came into the picture. And when YouTube started coming into the picture, I was making somewhere around $600,000 a year by myself. Totally overwhelmed, just had a child, busiest year ever, way too much. I mean, there were days that were so packed full that Lauren would drive me around in her car just so I could text and email people and bring my laptop and do whatever I needed to do in between appointments. And these weren't like multi-million-dollar homes either. These were $550,000 homes that I was selling. So I had to sell like 55 to 60 of these properties, and that's a lot. So at any given time, I was working with like 15 clients. That made work-life balance really difficult and made it really difficult to even consider pushing any kind of YouTube career. Well, this year, with the help of a couple amazing employees, I was able to service my real estate clientele while also finishing the real estate agent course, the real estate investing course, and doing the live streams that we do, the private live streams that we do 4 times a week. That takes a lot of work. I mean, today, I did almost an hour-and-a-half live stream just analyzing deals. And I'll tell you, analyzing deals gets a little exhausting after a while. But I actually really enjoy doing it because I like helping people make money. So it's kind of like a little bit of a challenge for me, like, where's the best deal that I can find today from course members? And I call it out when I see it. So anyway, let's do a little bit of math for 2019. In the first 5 months of 2019, I generated enough business to end up closing $300,000 in gross commissions. I did have payrolls to pay though, so I ended up making about $240,000 probably by the end of the 5th month, maybe the end of the 6th month. Which is awesome because I realized at the same time I was able to make YouTube videos and my courses and continue to transact real estate. But I really realized there's a lot to juggle. And so with all of that in mind, let's go ahead and look at some of the recent YouTube income. So I last left you off here, which was July. This was July's income, which was right around $17,300. And you can see there were some low days here of $337, $270, $283. You know, some higher days, $825, $700, $700, you know, $878, $911. So some variety here. This was July. Now keep in mind, this channel only has 157,000 subscribers. So this isn't like, you know, a channel that has 1 million subscribers that just makes bank. Now before I talk about August, let me just say this. Remember how I said I made $600,000 in 1 year? Yeah, that was ridiculous. There was no happiness or life balance. It was insane. So I've taken a lot of time to think, okay, well, what would be considered very balanced, at least selling real estate in this area? You know, short of moving to like Beverly Hills and trying to sell higher end homes, what would be balanced in Ventura County? $300,000 per year would mean representing about 20 clients. That's 20 listing presentations, 20 home inspections, 20 appraisals, 20 loans, you know, a ton of open houses, probably 20 open houses, 20 broker tours. There's a lot that goes into that. And that's where the August ad revenue is really interesting. And this isn't to say that making YouTube videos is easy. You know, you have to come up with content, titles, thumbnails, and you gotta film it, edit it, you gotta have equipment and stuff like that. But in the last 30 days, I've spent maybe $400 on YouTube related stuff. And the income for August has been $25,492. That is my YouTube ad revenue it hasn't even been the full month, but we'll just call it August, has matched what a happy year in real estate would produce. That's insane. You know, we went into the month coming out of July with some lower days over here, $675, $642, lower days, $642 a day. That's crazy. And I'll call it, that's a lower day. Or it says $388. Oh, look, I didn't post the video. You see what the days I don't post a video where there's no arrow right here, the you know, ad revenue plummets. So you can see that. It's a very clear kind of plummet or trough anytime a video doesn't get posted or a video just sucks. Oh, that was a good video though. Oh, but that got demonetized. That's right. This was my my Discovery Channel demonetized video. So you can kind of see the trough. Either no post or demonetized, which may as well have not spent the 8 hours on that video. Anyway, look at some of these recent days over here. $1,100. $1,157 in a day. $1,224. $1,300. $1,496. $1,400. $1,400. $1,547. Now, I had a couple videos flop. Apparently people don't like me gaming. So don't worry, I'm not a gamer, I just tried it once. But anyway, ad revenue plummeted all the way to $1,047. Jeez Louise, like this, it feels like not fair in some ways. And so like, if anything, let this like motivate you to see like, wow, like this whole like internet thing, oh my gosh. This is just YouTube ad revenue. This is you watching for 4 seconds and either watching the ad or skipping the ad or whatever it is that you do, and this is what happens. That's mind-blowing. And that doesn't even consider when some of you trust in me and end up buying the real estate investing course or the real estate agent course. Some of you buy both of those. Some of you also buy both courses and then press the join button on the membership section right next to subscribe, and you pay, to be a member. And some of you do all 3 of those, and then you come to my live streams and then you donate to the channel too. It's like, wow. I just want to really thank all of you, because this is unbelievable.